Hello everyone, and welcome to this episode of Feel the Heal with Daisy. So today I'm going to be guiding you through an exercise that comes from the book No Bad Parts. No Bad Parts is a book written by Richard Schwartz, who is the founder of internal family systems. It's a form of an approach to therapy that really starts to acknowledge all of the parts that exist within us. So the parts that develop as coping mechanisms, sometimes it's addressing the root parts that kind of drive or are driving forces of different insecurities, different internal dialogue and narratives, different what we might consider toxic or negative coping mechanisms or character traits. And his concept, in short, is it's said in the book itself, No Bad Parts. It's about acknowledging that once we start to embrace, become aware, and become curious and connected to these parts, we open up space to shed light into them, to help them evolve, to pour love and understanding into them, so that when we get to the root of the driving forces of our life, we can start to, in ourselves, evolve and grow and transform. So I'm gonna invite y'all to do this with me. And it's great because even if you have this book and you've read through it, I find it's easier when you're being led through it by another person. So this is off of page 23 in the book, No Bad Parts. And it's about getting to know a protector part. So a part of self that really has this mechanism to protect self or preserve self. Usually that's been adapted through as some type of survival mechanism or survival strategy. So for this exercise, I'm going to invite you to first find a comfortable position. Whether you want to lay down or find a comfortable place that you can sit. I'm going to invite you to settle yourself now, even press pause on the video if you need to get situated for that. Once you've found your space that you're going to do this guided meditation, I also invite you to record this. So what this will enable you to do is record me guiding you, but also that way you can just respond out loud without needing to pause to write things down. You can just respond what comes up for you, and you'll have it all in recording to look back and reflect back on. So at this point now, I would get some type of tool to record yourself. So maybe if you want to use a voice memo on your phone or something like that and record this guided session. So now I'm going to guide you into a brief moment to really get comfortable with yourself. Take a deep breath in, inhaling through the nose. Maybe starting to close the eyes, shrug the shoulders up and back. And exhaling, really creating space in the body. Inhaling and exhaling. And as you take a second to get comfortable, setting yourself up as if you were to meditate and continuing to take deep breaths in through the nose and exhaling, I now invite you to start to do a scan of your body and your mind. Start to acknowledge any sensations, thoughts, and emotions or impulses that stand out. Whatever you start to notice, feel free to say these out loud to reference back later for yourself. So far, this is not like a mindfulness practice where you're noticing what's there and separating from it. Really allow yourself to see if one of these emotions, thoughts, sensations, or impulses is calling to you. So start scanning through the body, noticing any part of you that really seems to want your attention. If so, try to focus on it exclusively for a moment. Again, speak this experience out. Take note of what's really calling to you. And as you tune into that space, notice where it seems to be located on your body or around your body. Again, speak this out loud if you need to. As you notice it, notice how you feel towards it. By that, I mean, do you dislike it? Does it annoy you? Are you afraid of it? Do you want to get rid of it? Do you depend on it? Again, speak this out loud if any of that is coming up for you. So we're just noticing that you have a relationship with this thought, emotion, sensation, or impulse. If you feel anything besides a kind of openness or curiosity to it, then ask the part of yourself that might not like it or might be afraid of it or of any other extreme feelings about it to just relax inside and give you a little space to know it without an attitude. If you can't get to that curious place, that's okay. You can spend a little time talking to the part of you that doesn't want it to relax, about their fears, about letting you actually interact with the target emotion, thought, sensation, or impulse. If you can get to this mindfully curious place relative to the target, then it is safe to begin to interact with it. That might feel a little odd to you at this point, but give it a try. By that, I mean you focus on this emotion or impulse or thought or sensation and notice it in this place in your body. Ask if there is something else it wants you to know and wait for the answer. What would you like us to know? Don't think of the answer. Allow any thinking parts to relax too. If you feel the thinking mind interfere, take a deep breath in. Exhaling. Just wait silently with your focus on that place in your body until the answer comes. If nothing comes, then that is okay too. As answers come, follow this up and ask what is it afraid would happen if it didn't do this inside of you? What is it afraid would happen if it didn't do what it does? And if the answers of that questions, if it answers that question, then you probably learned something about how it's trying to protect you. If that's true, then see if it's possible to extend some appreciation for it, at least trying to keep you safe, and see how it reacts to your appreciation. Then ask this part of you what it needs from you in the future. When the time feels right, shift your focus back to the outside world and notice more of your surroundings. Also, thank your parts for whatever they allowed you to do, and let them know that this isn't their last chance to have a conversation with you, because you plan to get to know them even more. Taking another deep breath in, maybe bringing a hand to your heart, hand to your belly. Take a moment to rock from side to side, signaling to the nervous system, to the body, to your parts that you are safe right here, right now. thanking yourself for this practice. Again, you can practice this as many times as you need and really continue to explore the parts, because it's an unlimited space to explore within ourselves, and different parts will reveal themselves at different times in our lives. So again, that was from Richard Schwartz books, No Bad Parts, page 23. It's his first exercise in the book called Getting to Know a Protector. So hopefully you just got to know a little bit more about a protector part within you, noticed more of the sensory or somatic experience of how that protector shows up somatically or in the body, and got a little more information about why it's there, what its intentions are, and if any time any of these exercises are really triggering to you or really activating to you, that's a good indicator that you might need support from a therapist to really support you and help keep you co-regulated during this exploration. So definitely explore that. You can look up any IFS trainees or therapists online. So I always encourage getting that extra support if you need it. So take time, go back and listen to your recording and really honor what you found, and maybe even journal on it to see if you get even more information. Take care.